So at this location, PC Lumber, we've really focused on the lumber side of things. So we'll sell lumber, we'll ship windows and doors, some trim to a 100-mile radius. So we deliver 25 to 30 loads a day on flatbeds and semis. So our guys on the Lindy's are what's called load building for us all day long. So we're running 10 forklifts outside. Our trucks that will come back to the store, we'll probably have those loaded in a 30-minute, 45-minute lead time so we can turn those trucks right back around.
When I first came in here, we had a multitude of diesel forklifts. We started slowly kind of transitioning just for the simple reason that we're thinking more green, the environment. So we started slowly kind of transitioning over to LP, just a better, cleaner burn. Then it was just a few short years we got to discussing electric. My biggest concern with the electrics was outdoors, which is natural. Anytime you think battery operated, there's concern. But I was assured really quick, and they convinced me that these were made for outdoors. They're weatherproof, what have you. The first thing was convincing my yard personnel. They were a little iffy. None of them have really run any electrics. So this was a big test, a big challenge for us to see if we could win them over. I said, you're gonna get in it, you're gonna run it, you're gonna use it, and I wanna know what you think. It did not take 10, 15 minutes for them to come aboard on these electrics. When I asked the operators what they liked the most of it, the very first thing they said was how quiet. The other lifts that they're used to, the diesels, the LPs, was loud. The second thing they liked was how smooth it ran. And then one of the bigger things that they liked was the response time on the controls. There is no delay on these electric lifts like there is on a diesel or a LP.
I like the controls on this, especially, well, the electric lifts, I think, is where it's at. The controls are very nice. They're like a video game almost. Yeah, any other truck I've driven is got the big levers. I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's as much control. With this Lindy lift, the controls are much more precise. To move quarter inch at a time, sometimes that's necessary.
You can just tell when you get on it that a lot of thought went into being on the lift all day long, operating it all day long. Again, everything's super comfortable. The controls, you don't have to bend, contort your body to get to anything. Truck's very easy to use. Extremely stable, even with a big load, picking up these full units of 3/4 plywood. You don't feel the tip, you don't feel any sway in the truck. Very stable platform. I feel completely safe working on this 8 hours a day. Not tired, not exhausted, body feels good. Forklift like this makes everything, the job from A to B, a lot easier.
I'm 6'4", I can get in and out of this thing, not hitting my knees, so that's nice too.
My next biggest concern was the winter weather, which sometimes it can shut us down. Just for the simple fact that my diesels, my LPs, lifts that we have been running would be technically just dead in the water. No traction, couldn't move around. Once we got, really for the most part, a few inches, if it got slick at all, we just had to shut down. My experience with the Lindys when these events occurred was complete opposite. Every Lindy kept running. The weight distribution of this Lindy, mainly because of the battery, was all the difference in the world. The uptime when we switched over to the Lindys has been really so much better. Prior, our downtime and the availability of lifts because of downtime was really tough on our production. Now we seem to be really in a good flow.
There's not any downtime with the Lindys. They're getting them out at the charging building in the mornings. They're putting them back in the afternoons, and that's it.
I can tell you that the operational costs have really dropped tremendously. Just the cost of just my services only were just my PM services has actually dropped, I can honestly say, quite a bit. I would say about 60, 70%. The move we made on the Lindys was, to me, the best move we could have made.